Has there been any traits that you've seen the people that are successful have? Those divers that make it, whatever that is, making Olympics, winning a medal, becoming Australian champion, is there anything about those divers that stands out to you that makes them different? Or the ones that go that mile, the ones that get over the line?
I think I see a lot of people, I used to be the same, make a lot of excuses and blame like external factors for their performance, or, you know.
I had this joke with Curse the other day. It's like, I didn't dive well today, but the air was off.
Yeah.
Something smelled different in here today.
Yeah. I mean, people are like that. I mean, I used to be like that. And yeah,
we all fall into it. I feel like
yeah.
when I'm having a bad day, I try to think of any reason as to why it could be except for my performance.
Yeah. Yeah. I think not taking, I guess, accountability. And I see a lot of that in like the younger athletes, I think. Not naming names. But yeah, I think one thing I've noticed is people who just, you know, they don't have excuses and they don't like blame, you know, oh, I dived bad because I did this and I didn't work hard enough. I think that's, you know, kind of one of the traits of someone who's going to be successful, as opposed to someone who's just sort of blaming everything else. Or like blaming the coach. A lot of people blame the coach.
Bro, can I say, a lot of the older guys, like on the Australian team, never seen it. Not in the Australian team. People, we don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, it's normally, if I make a mistake, I apologize to my coach. Like, I'm sorry, Joel.
Yeah.
It's like, you should have kicked harder. I know. You were right. I'm so, like, I would never turn around and blame them. But
yeah. I think that's just something you learn as well. But yeah, that's definitely one thing.
Like sheer accountability.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the only answer.
And like the ability to want to, I mean, you have to know how to sort of take criticism in sport, and a lot of people don't know how to take it well. So I think that's one thing that you definitely have to get used to, is taking criticism and listening to the feedback of, you know, people who I guess probably know a bit more than you, or understanding that people actually do know more than you. Like your coach, for example. That's
a great one. I find that skill actually really useful for all areas of life. Like just being able to be coached. Like diving, I come in and say if I'm like running my business, I'm like, okay, we need this, always open ideas, but ideally this is how it's got to run. I come to the pool, it's like I'm open-minded, I'm doing what I'm told. Like I'm here to be coached, and I'll do what they tell me.
You're very good like that as well.
Oh, thank you. You keep your head down and you just do it.
Yeah.
And I think that is important, and to be humble enough to know that if you knew how to do it better yourself, you'd be doing it. And just to listen, do what the coaches say, do all the numbers they say. Well, it's like, make sure you do all your basics, Sam.
Joel loves his basics.
Joel loves his basics. Yeah, I used to hate them, but
I hate them.
As they make my diving better, I like them better. But yeah, that ability to be corrected and be criticized, because I've even been in a meeting and people are like, oh, were you not offended by that? I'm like, nah, man, like it's probably true.
Yeah.
And that's the way I look at hate as well. Like when people hate on me on social media.
He sucks at diving. Oh, it's probably true.